This is Quentin.
He's Jason.
We're here at Downtown Wine and Gourmet, where today we are joined by Billy Bross, beer blogger, home brewer, and really an authority on beer, I'd say, in the community right now. So Billy, why don't you tell the people a little bit more about your website and where they can go to find you and your blog.
Sure. Well, the blog is billybrew.com, pretty simple. And started it back in January, so it's about 6 months old now, and I do articles on craft beer in general, styles, new beers, tastings, and also home brewing. It's a favorite hobby of mine, so I do a lot of how-to videos, tips. So if you want to get into the hobby, go check it out, billybrew.com.
Yeah, there's really a lot of good information on the site. And Billy, a couple questions for you here while you're here. What would you say was one beer that really was a turning point in your beer history, if you will? Something that made you realize, yeah, this is something I can really get into, and this is something that really intrigues me.
Right. Well, for most of my beer history, I was deprived, drinking the light lagers, the macro brews, Bud Light, Natty Light, terrible stuff. But then in mid-college, I was about, I guess, 20 years old, and I'm sorry, 21. And my 21st birthday, someone brought over what they called a $10 six-pack, and I was like, why would you spend $10 on a six-pack of beer? But then I tried it, and it was Hobgoblin, fantastic beer, and I was hooked after that. I went to the store, bought my own $10 six-packs, and then the rest is history. Now I have a beer blog, so that definitely was the turning point.
Yeah, Hobgoblin.
Well, I had a question for you. What are right now your current favorite breweries, or a favorite beer in particular that's your awesome one for right now?
Yeah, well, I'm really a Dogfish Head fanboy. Love what they do. Their motto is, off-centered ales for off-centered people. They just, they blaze trails. They have these really unique beers. And I was at the Savor Beer Conference in DC about 2 weeks ago, and I had their Bitches Brew, which is not even out yet. It's coming out pretty soon. Really unique beer. And I also love their Festina Pesh, which is what we have here today. And we're going to taste.
Indeed. So the Festina Pesh from Dogfish Head is a seasonal beer that's released late spring, early summer every year. And it is a Berliner Weiss style beer. So if you've ever had a Berliner Weiss, you'll remember that it is a soured beer. And it is a beer that is a very traditional style in Germany, but one that has somewhat gone out of style around Germany, or especially domestically. Not a lot of domestic brewers are pursuing this as a style that they want to showcase, but Dogfish Head has really done an excellent job, and kudos to them for exposing a lot of people to this style that may have not normally been exposed to this beer. So let's check it out.
Kind of jumped ahead, but man, great apricot peachy smell, but it is definitely not a sweet fruity sort of thing. If you didn't know it was sour, it would be, I don't know, to me it would be shocking, but the fact that I know, it's really good. It's really refreshing even. Very
refreshing. It does have that peachy, almost apricot quality to it. A little hazy from the bottle conditioning, but yeah, very, very refreshing. It's a little bit lower in alcohol, 4.5%, so it's a beer you can drink on a hot summer day, a session beer, and it's almost like lemonade, if you will. It's a very refreshing.
It's a really polished beer, I would call it. Not a lot of off flavors. Really well crafted. With the sour beers, you can really mess them up. They take a lot of care and knowledge to brew them, and they definitely nailed this one. And like you were saying, it has peaches in it, so you might expect, if you didn't know, a really sweet beer. Yeah. But it's not the case. It's a tart beer, but in a refreshing, really good sort of way. So yeah, I think they nailed it.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is great, and you can find it at Downtown Wine and Gourmet on the shelf right now for $2.15 a bottle. So come down, give it a try, see what you think. It'll definitely brighten up your summer day and refresh you. So thanks for joining us here on Expanding Palates.
And blowing minds.